This next request comes from one of our newest big patrons, Ben Smith. He's asked me to take a look at an old anime movie called Serendipity, the Pink Dragon, or as its opening song likes to call it, a dinosaur.
The answer to the riddle is my friend Serendipity, the pink dinosaur.
I don't know why they did that, but it doesn't really matter. This movie is an abridged version of a TV anime called Pyoato no Nakamatachi, or Serendipity Stories, Friends of Pure Island. It was a 1983 series by Zuiyo Enterprise, and it was based on the Serendipity book series by Stephen Cosgrove. Behind the designs was Yoichi Kotabe, who was a part of bigger animated films like Magic Boy and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. And we have Celebrity Home Entertainment to thank for this movie, as they've done home releases of various foreign animation for English audiences. Obviously, this was in a time where anime adaptations were haphazard. Dubbing could be straightforward, some parts could be cut, or could be stitched together with other anime to produce something original. Hell, the director of this movie is Jim Terry, who meshed 5 different anime shows to create Force 5. But let's see how this one fares as a standalone feature. Now, even though this is a movie, the opening feels like a standard TV intro. In fact, the footage is from the original opening, just with a different track.
Loving and caring, giving and sharing, like my friend Serendipity.
Way to spoil the plot, guys! Anyway, the footage I'm using is from a YouTube source, though the movie version might have some transfer issues. Either way, we open on a ship with our main character, Bobby, voiced by Cheryl Chase. His parents brought him along for a marine biology expedition in the Antarctic, and his father is going to be doing some drilling there.
Can I help with your work, Dad?
Well, if it's all right with your mother.
Please, can I help? Of course, but you'll have to go to bed early so you'll be sharp for tomorrow.
I can't possibly see this going wrong. No siree! Later that night, Bobby hears someone calling him, and it turns out to be a large bird in a cage.
You talk? That's right, I talk, and I'm also freezing out here. Huh? This has got to be magic.
Or, it's just that good at talking. Certain birds can imitate human speech after all. By the way, this bird, Pila Pila, is also voiced by Cheryl Chase. In any case, Pila Pila comes from an island called Paradise, and he was captured after landing on this ship, and I guess the crew didn't think to bring him inside where it isn't freezing. He obviously wants to go home, but he won't tell Bobby where it is. Though, given how easily Bobby tries telling the captain about the bird talking, I doubt he could even keep the secret if he was told.
Now go to bed now, Bobby. Good night.
Now the captain thinks I'm nuts.
That's on you for trying to expose your new friend. And yeah, I know this is intended for a really young audience, but Bobby should know that there are things he can't do by himself, like running up to wild animals while in the Antarctic. It gives me the impression that this movie, and by extension this anime, might treat kids as possibly being on his level. Though I'm hoping that changes given what the series is about. Speaking of, the entire glacier they're on begins to shift and collapse, causing a separation between Bobby and his parents. And while this looks like a scary situation, watch how this plays out. Call me crazy, but I think this movie just killed everyone but our main protagonist.
Bobby found himself floating away on an iceberg, drifting with the ocean current. He felt cold, afraid, and very alone. Bobby resigned himself to the fact that he would certainly drown or freeze to death in the ice floe.
Oh wow! Luckily, the sea current pushed him into warmer waters. Eventually, the glacier melts to reveal a giant egg. Now he'll have something to eat once he gets hungry enough. But wait, we have trouble.
Yo ho ho!
Just over the horizon from Bobby sailed a boat full of trouble, piloted by the scourge of the seven seas, Captain Smudge.
I have to wonder why the narration is hard to hear during song sequences. I said I have to wonder why it's hard to hear the narration. I said... Okay, enough. He's a crusty old bastard who shoots birds on a whim. At least Pila Pila made it back home.
This island is just too far away for me. Oh,
You're always grumbling.
Lord Winston, I was just flying
I
in.
know.
Again, it's hard to make out anything. And the Wikipedia article only gives the Japanese names for its main cast, so I don't know who is what. Anyway, the dolphin is named Lord Winston, and he takes Pila Pila to the island. At the same time, Bobby and the egg roll in, and because the narrator doesn't stop yapping, we learn that talking stones are talking about a magical creature of some kind.
On the Cape Beach will soon be born the child of Neptune, the prophecies have sworn. Defender of the waves, protector of the sea, she will be named Serendipity.
Not exactly the most exotic name Neptune could have asked for, but we'll see where this goes. Despite Bobby nearly giving Pila Pila away earlier, the bird is kind enough to treat him to coconut water. After learning where he is, Bobby asks about the giant egg that saved him out on the ocean.
I don't know. It looks like a big egg to me. It's a big egg. It's like the speaking stone said. It's their prophecy come true. Serendipity is here.
I think we found Cousin It's family, and thus we witness the miracle of birth.
Thanks for helping me get out of there.
It's fine. Her design almost feels like something from Osamu Tezuka. Either that, or it's like the closest to a 4th generation character from My Little Pony. Anyhow, Serendipity is voiced by Barbara Goodson, who I recognize as Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers. And we get another song sequence to make this moment joyous.
Every rainbow bottle goes in a big serendipity world. A happy ending for every story, a smile for every tear.
Oh, I get it. This is actually Whole Cake Island, and everything is alive because of Big Mom. Another sign of shoddy English dubbing is that there is no lip syncing for the background characters when they sing.
It's easy to explain why we feel this way.
Still, I kinda like the song, but we need to move on. Because now we have a mermaid princess to meet.
Great news, Your Majesty. The prophecies have come true. Serendipity was born this morning on the Cape Beach. It's all happened just as the oracles had predicted.
This is slowly turning into one of those Mondo TV cartoons. Why didn't they just adapt this anime instead of hiring North Korea's Sex Studios? I love how just dead silent the princess is. Even though it's supposed to be a Serendipity Day, she's not that enthused about it. She does call for a meeting to talk about Bobby, though.
Princess Laura has called a meeting this morning. It's about you.
Huh? There's a meeting about us?
Don't get excited. I'm going to find out the details right now.
Okay, that might look like that's where one episode ends and another begins, but it's not. The bit with Pila Pila just now was the start of episode 2. Yeah, I was able to find a channel on YouTube that had all 26 episodes of the anime. I won't list off every cut, because we'd be here all week. But the parts we do get have Bobby and Serendipity helping the island residents, none the same. You see, the residents have had issues with humans before, so Bobby helping them is a way to earn their trust. In order to help with that, he decides to leave for another island with Serendipity's help.
Bobby has asked me to take him to a nearby island. Will you please allow us to go?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, you can't stay, Bobby.
See you later, guys.
He's a good kid. Yes, he's sure responsible, boy. He sure kept the island peaceful.
But he hasn't done anything yet. In fact, this is the first time we've even met you. Anyway, Bobby will end up encountering
Captain Smudge has caught Lord Winston in a net and he's trying to hard-load him.
Captain Smudge? Serendipity capsizes the captain's ship to save Lord Winston, who earlier left the island after the princess told Bobby he can't stay. Serendipity at least puts the ship back up, because even she won't drown a crusty old sea captain. And because of their actions, the princess decides to let Bobby stay because the pink dragon saved Winston. Yeah, all Bobby did was bring Serendipity to the island, and that was enough apparently. That's pretty much how it is for a little while, because instead of going right to meet the princess, as it would be in episode 3, we have more meetings to help out some island residents.
Well, as it happens, we were just discussing a friend of yours. Pila Pila has gotten herself into some legal difficulties.
I'm sorry, didn't they refer to Pila Pila with male pronouns earlier?
Are you trying to teach him some tricks?
He can talk.
The dub can't even stay consistent with its own characters. In this case, Pila Pila gets sentenced to stay on the island because he kept leaving the island without permission. He escapes and gets caught by Captain Smudge again, who wants to use him to find the island and plunder its gold, all because he happens to have a golden ball and chain on him. Our heroes learn about this through fish intel, so they set off to confront the captain. It takes quite a bit, and the music once again overpowers the dialogue.
Shame you can't talk, ye pile of feathers. If you could, you'd sure tell me where the island is. But you're just a stupid bird, aren't you?
But hey, at least Bobby gets to do something that involves physical labor. He almost gets caught while saving Pila Pila, but despite being held at gunpoint, he's silent about his plans.
Gotcha.
This was a good plan. Okay, they escape with Pila Pila, but now the captain knows what Serendipity looks like, and
I said awe. A-W-E.
Oh.
That's better.
And I guess we're not going to actually resolve Pila Pila breaking the rules, since we skip into the plot of episode 21. For reference, the Pila Pila subplot we just finished came from episodes 5 and 6. So how the hell is this supposed to work? And Bobby still hasn't met the princess, despite the show having them meet in episode 3. But whatever. What's in this box that the island residents are showing him?
They look like coconuts. Look at that. Let me pick one
No,
open.
don't touch them, because if you peck them, they might blow up.
What's blow up?
Explode like a volcano. Boom!
Ah!
So what are these, Bobby?
Fireworks.
You know, I was going to guess that this came from the ship Bobby was on, which could help him confirm if his parents are dead. But no, it's just another story beat from the show where Bobby would help the residents in one of their projects. And it's another chance for Bobby to save the day from Captain Smudge. Also, the princess finally decides to talk at this point in the story.
I know they're beautiful, but at the same time they make me feel so frightened for some reason. I still greatly mistrust humans and human creation, and I'm afraid I always will.
Honestly, this movie could have picked different parts of its anime series to cut, since it keeps leaving out things that they say would happen. I would have liked to learn why the princess started talking, maybe because of Bobby that she started to speak up now, but because of the runtime, they feel compelled to make this more about the title character, so there's not much to go on for the princess. So, after their plan of shooting fireworks to fool Smudge, we get into the plot of episode 25. The captain is trying to find the island, again, while Serendipity takes the princess on a tour of nearby islands. Bobby stays behind to watch the main island, but later sees Smudge coming over. Neptune's storm is going to blow that ship out of the water, but our hero is worried about the villain getting hurt?
Captain Smudge's fate lies in the hands of Neptune. He's a seafaring man, and he knows the risk that he takes when he confronts the sea.
I mean, yeah, but I get why Bobby would think of this. He just wants the islanders to live in peace without having to hurt people. In any event, the storm happens. And he gets washed ashore. Bobby tries leaving a coconut to be nice, but the captain rejects it, as he only cares about gold. Bobby informs everyone of the news.
Yes.
Where's Serendipity? We all know Serendipity's not here, and...
No, this is not a lip sync issue. Bobby really is just moving his head like that. So the islanders have the idea of fleeing, but Bobby has another plan. Use the island's flowers to distract the captain and lure him into a trap hole. Yep.
I've got to stay calm to get me treasure. The first thing to do is to get me boat fixed. Then I'll round up me treasure, get to work loading it on the boat, and leave this frilly paradise and head back to port where I belong.
You know, they could just let the captain have the gold. He'll probably never return after that. Anyway, Bobby's plan works. Even though the captain has a gun on him, he falls into the hole like an idiot. Still has the gun, though.
That's all, folks.
Just kidding. Pila Pila convinces the residents to grow a spine and capture Smudge. Now he's their prisoner, just in time for the return of Serendipity and the princess. And despite what he's done, they agree to just send the pirate home. Bobby even drives the ship out of the island until they can safely let him sail.
Bobby knew that he could have sailed back to land with Smudge on the SS Quagmire, but the thought hardly crossed his mind. His home now was here on Paradise Island with his friend Serendipity and the others. Bobby loved Serendipity and his new friends so much that he decided to make Paradise Island his home forever and ever.
Yes, that's seriously how it ends. Kind of a letdown, given how little time we've had with everyone. This really should have just been a straight-up TV dub, because Bobby and Serendipity had a lot of adventures as they build relationships with the islanders, the princess, and even each other. I've watched a few episodes from the TV series, and I could see that we've missed out on a lot of character building. It's a shame because I thought Bobby was an okay kid character after a while. He was willing to help others, even if it meant putting himself into danger. Serendipity seems like an adorable protector who probably needed more screen time. What we got instead were a select few episodes that didn't explain the goings-ons in the island, so we're introduced to characters who didn't show up before. There were also a lot of plot threads that weren't resolved. Does Smudge finally give up on finding the island? What happened to Bobby's parents? It's fine for our character to build a new life after losing his old one, but just have some clarity, for crying out loud. Beyond that, I will say the animation was nice for the time, and while it hasn't aged well, the designs are cute and flow well enough. But the English dubbing? Oh man.
Yo ho ho!
Just over the horizon from Bobby sailed a boat full of trouble, piloted by the scourge of the seven seas, Captain Smudge.
Need I say more? Otherwise it's harmless enough and I could see kids enjoying it, though it's a missed opportunity. Just makes me wonder about what could have been if the TV series was dubbed instead of being adapted into a movie. But that's just the way it is with older anime. You either get the TV treatment or the abridged movie treatment. Next time, we'll be taking a leap into a whole new universe of spider people. See you then.
Little on top and big in the middle.